Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Council Recap. Council met Monday, December 3rd, 5:30 in the Council Chambers. First item of business was a public hearing for a currency exchange application from Tienda y Tequera Guerrero. That was approved by Council and goes on to the state for their action. Second item of business under petitions and requests, approving a franchise extension from Charter Communications. We've been on an expired agreement since the end of 2014. This does another 6-month extension to June of 2019, so we can allow other communities to advance an agreement and hopefully get a better agreement with Charter Communications from the city's perspective. We also had a request from Charter Communications in relation to transfer of ownership. They'd transfer to Spectrum Mid-America LLC. That just moves the franchise holder. Council has to approve that according to our ordinance on regulating franchises. So Council approved that based on the legal counsel review of the resolution. We also approved an agreement with SEH for levy around the wastewater treatment facility. As you know, and we've talked about on several occasions, our wastewater plant is the highest valued piece of property that the city owns and infrastructure as far as that's concerned. We want to protect that in times of flood. When the current levee that's around the plant was installed on an emergency basis, didn't meet a lot of the same specifications. So the first step would be to design that with SEH. Council approved that moving forward. We also accepted an individual control mechanism. We have several of these with our wastewater treatment facility that brings in waste, strong waste into the wastewater treatment facility. This is coming from the Austin landfill. Leachate is what comes off a landfill, and that is treated before it goes into the water system at our wastewater plant. That agreement would expire in 2021. We also ordered the first step in the 2019 street project, ordering preparation of feasibility reports. Council approved that to set the stage for the 2019 street projects, so we can begin that work internally. We also approved a memorandum of understanding with Cedar River Watershed District. This is to bank our snow so that we can have that in the retention area. We've had a year-to-year agreement with them in the past, and this one moves to a 10-year agreement of how we'll handle the snow off our city streets. Next on the item agenda was approving agreements for 2019 health insurance runout periods by the city moving from a self-insured to a fully insured model. We have to have coverage for the runout claims for any claims that get submitted past the beginning of the year so that we don't have financial exposure for those. We approve those both with our insurance carrier as well as our stop loss and runout agreement with MII Life. Council approved both of those. We also approved a gambling premise permit for the Fraternal Order of Eagles at Gravity Storm Brewing. We also declared a couple properties as hazardous structures, so we can make sure that those are up to the community standards. We also approved an agreement with Nexus Solutions, who does our utility tracking for expenses related to natural gas, water, and electricity at city facilities, so we can track that and make sure that we're addressing any high demand, high utilization of utilities that we should be taking assertive action to limit it through new energy, mindful lighting, and those sorts of things. So that's been very helpful as we've looked at updating equipment at our various city facilities. But Nexus Solutions helps tracks that and puts us consistent with our B3 energy modeling that we work with the state of Minnesota. We also had presentation from Holly Wallace about our all hazard mitigation plan update. It was just an informational item there and helps with dealing with floods and that sort of thing. Also, we approved removal of junk or illegally stored vehicles for 1207 4th Avenue Northwest, the Serrano property. And other than that, that pretty well rounded out the council meeting. If you have questions on this or any other items, don't hesitate to give me a call, 437-9941. Otherwise, hope you're having a great holiday season.